Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with layout 15 of 42 that I got created or I got done at the crop. I had brought 48 pages with me. I got 42 layouts done and now I'm sharing all the layouts that I got done. Now this one here is kind of a cute one. This was on our trip in the mountains this past summer, and my daughter came with her two little puppies. And in that corner of the trailer was, you're off the grid when you're there, okay? But in the corner where the dogs are standing up on the couch, if you put your phone right there in that corner, you wouldn't be able to get like 3G or anything like that. You couldn't like go on the internet or anything like that. But you could text, which was huge because there was no other way of communicating with the outside world, if you will. So that's why I called it the 3G corner. Now, before I went, I made sure that I had all my journaling done. I think I did 33 out of the 48, plus I did 33 out of the 48 page kits too, that I did my title, and that saved me so much time. I think the only thing that I'm going to change for next time, because every time I do this, I always tweak it. I tweak it to fit me, and that's what I would suggest if you haven't done page kits before or anything like that, and you say, oh, I can't do it because I can't do the page kits without the photos. Well, then tweak it so that it fits you. So for me, I can do the pattern papers and the embellishments, and then I choose my photos. But it's for you, if you like the photos first, and then you find your pattern paper and all this stuff, then that would work. But having those page kits done was the reason that I got so many pages done in a weekend. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do for next time is, I use a lot of our digital prints that my son draws, and I print them out and then I cut them out, right? So what I do is when I make my page kits, I'll take my viewfinders and just, cut them off the sheet and not necessarily punch them out, and the same with the labels and the tags and all this stuff. Well, for 10 of the page kits, I think it was 10, because I kind of ran out of time, but for 10 page kits, I actually got some, the digital prints cut out, and it was a game changer. Like that first night, I got so many pages done, and then the next day where I had to cut all my digital prints, it took me a little longer. So what I'm going to do next time, if we can ever go back to being able to go to crops, because things change, right? Things change daily right now. So let's keep our fingers crossed that life comes back to normal very soon. It's getting exhausting, but we have to go with the flow. So if I'm ever able to go back to a crop, I'm going to make sure that I cut up my digital prints for basically all my page kits. So I'm going to start quite a bit ahead of time and make sure that I get my pages done, that I add my photos, that I do my title, that I do the journaling, and that I cut up my digital prints. Now let's talk a little bit about what I did for this page. So I had some scraps for this, and I think I used them in the sizes that they were. So they looked to me like they were about 5 by 12, and they were both kind of a gritty pattern paper, and I end up putting about maybe 9 inches down on one side and 9 inches up on the other, so that it kind of offsets, and then I put the picture right in the middle, and then I ended up putting some tags at the bottom. I'm going to end up putting the title at the very top there, 3G corner. There was the word Rome in this, which is perfect because, to be able to use anything that has to do with your phone, you have to be able to, it roams a little bit and tries to connect. And so that was perfect. So when I put this page kit together, I didn't know that I was going to do this with this page. So that worked out perfectly. And when I use my tags, a lot of times I'll put 3 of them together. I just like the look of that. And then I will put a piece of cardstock or patterned paper in behind it. And then it makes it look so that, you know, they belong together. They're a group. And then I like to use one of the tags, and I use the tags to make an embellishment cluster. And then I went to the right side of that and I was like, oh, look at this, perfect place right on top of the photo. I'm going to make another embellishment cluster right there. And then when I finish that triangle, it's at the top left corner. And I like putting, I like using the 2-inch viewfinder, and then I like using different sizes of circles. In this case, I ended up using more viewfinders with hearts in the middle. A lot of times I'll use just 1.5-inch circles. And in this case, I ended up using the 1-inch viewfinder too as a third circle in, you know, some of the clusters. So one of the reasons that my son and I started this digital print business, if you will, is because I found that one of my favorite things to do while building a page was to do the embellishment clusters. But when I opened up a die cut pack, there's a lot of finishers. There's not a lot of things to build your foundation. And to me, as soon as I kind of figured out that if I have certain things that I use as my foundation, and then I build on from that, then my clusters came together nicely. I find they're nice and full, and you can always vary. Like your foundation, you know, doesn't always have to be a viewfinder. It can be a circle, it can be a tag, it can be a square, it can be a label, like it can be different things as long as you have a nice foundation. And in this case, I kept the same shape going. And then in other times, what I'll do is I'll vary the shape. So by varying how you do your embellishment cluster, it really helps with building embellishment clusters and just having a nice variety. Another thing that I really like, because these are digital, is, you know, you get a pack of embellishments. Once you go through it, that's it, you're done. But with these, if I run out of, you know, brown viewfinders, I just fire up my printer and I just print some more, you know, up. Now I understand not everybody has a printer, but you can also send these to like Staples, like an office supply store, and it's much cheaper than a die cut pack. But that's it. That's going to complete this layout. And if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit subscribe if you're enjoying these videos. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up and leave me a comment down below. And I want to thank you so much for watching. Bye.